I'd love to know more about this idea of seeing how paying attention, that's one of the chapters is attention. And you've kind of touched on this idea of seeing things as they are. But could you describe more the sort of idea of negative effort? I mean, the ideas are, I found, quite complex to understand and to grasp, but there's also similarities to what, you know, I can find on my iPhone on an app called Mindfulness. You know, there's similarities there, and I'd love you to explore a bit more about that. Talk a bit more about that.
Well, there are parallels between the mindfulness movements that we see sprouting, certainly in the United States. I imagine that's the case in the UK as well. But it's not so much mindfulness that Simone Weil seeks, it's mindlessness, I think, in a way, because mindfulness, from my own paltry efforts at meditation, is not so much about losing yourself, but about focusing on particular aspects to yourself or thinking about yourself. There's a kind of metacognition at work. But for Simone Weil, attention was really the work of truly losing yourself, of forgetting about yourself. You know, that wonderful Greek saying written inscribed, we're told, at the Oracle of Delphi, know thyself, which is the beginning for the Platonic dialogues. You know, that's the start to Socrates. Though she was a very keen Platonist, they had no patience with this notion of knowing oneself. Okay, forget that, she would say. Instead, what we should practice is knowing the other. Okay, and this is what she understands by attention, is by somehow, and her term for it is decreate. And Iris Murdoch's term for it, taking a page from Weil, is unselfing, is sort of just doing our very best to marginalize, to squeeze into a corner our just bulimic, blinding selves, so that we could see the world, we could see others as they really are. And this seems to me all the more important in an age where, and I see it with my children, where one of the great epidemics is attention deficit disorder. This is, it's certainly something that plagues my family. I see it with my students at university, that we are no longer capable of paying attention. In fact, we are rewarded for not paying attention. And it is significant, of course, not nearly as significant as other plagues or epidemics like our current COVID-19 pandemic, but yet it's extremely serious. And I think that Weil's notion of attention, and not mindfulness, but attention, paying heed to others, is so extraordinarily important for our own day.